We're
Let me
here.
open everything. I'm an idiot.
Are we?
Having it open already.
You are. And you are. Yes.
You are.
So hey, it's Maplebrook time. We're doing. It's gonna be the thing. Last session, West met up with his sister. They had a chat about what's been going on. Swissy, your icon is still what it was last time, which is quite amusing. There we go.
Well, refresh the page.
No, it changed
Actually,
now.
it does it automatically now. There's
Neat.
like
Cool.
there's a buffering symbol in front of West's face for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, well, that's all taken care
He's
of.
thinking. He's
Everybody
thinking.
changes. Why did
Yeah.
you say mine was the same when everybody else's was as well? Why'd you
Yeah,
have to call me out?
Because yours was not. Mine isn't humorous.
Yours was a picture of yourself with like Mickey Mouse
Mickey
ears
Mouse
and some
ears
other
on?
shit. Anyway, yeah, it's Maplebrook time.
Represent.
And so I'm the keeper, Super Ninja 5506. These are my
Represent
players.
what, the Mouse Club?
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I'm sorry, Steven. Please continue.
That's not your name.
No. One of you continue. I've already introduced myself and said, and these are my
Okay.
players.
Oh, I didn't
What's
hear that
poppin'?
you said.
My name's
Maybe
American
if you wouldn't
Josh.
talk over me when I say things.
I was listening.
What's poppin'?
Hi, that's Josh.
I am American Josh. I play the mundane one. That's right, the half vampire. Half not vampire.
All
Dude,
boring.
Honor.
All boring, yes. I wasn't supposed to be boring, but apparently I don't know how to play interesting characters, so here we are.
You didn't pick the right book.
Look, I just go for what's funniest, and it's always been funny to have him just do the mundane shit.
Anyway, I'm Boko. I'm playing the cool one who has all the neat abilities.
Well, one of those two statements is true.
You're playing the busted one.
Don't make boob jokes about her.
That's not what I said.
You're playing that we should have playtested the Chosen more.
Boko's boobs are busted. You heard it here first.
No, it's
God can't nerf my...
That sounds terrible.
divine.
Anyway, I'm West. Nice to meet
Like the
you.
direction.
Like the direction.
Like the direction.
I'm a weird magic guy with family issues.
Yep, sounds
That's
right.
about the best
Nice.
summary I can give.
Cool. So last time West met back up with his sister. They had a talk about some stuff where she'd been. West learned that she's a monster hunter now, and that she's dating Connor's sister, and that Connor knew about this the whole time, or at least some of the time.
Asshole.
And yeah, they took the Bunyan train back to Connor Town, where West for some reason narked on his sister to her girlfriend.
Like, just
for literally no reason.
He literally walked in, he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Lizzie, who I've ever met? You're dating my sister, isn't that whack?"
She broke
It was
into
like,
my room.
Fucking,
Listen, it was funny, was it not?
it was wildly out of
I
character.
thought it was. Yeah, it was. But it was also
Well,
very funny. And also, West had a very long day.
You know,
fair.
West, timid guy, goes around dropping bombs on people left and right. You know.
Just completely
Lot of
immersed.
Listen,
guys-
I know it was out of character. You don't have to tell me that.
Yeah, and then anyway, the
Pull
next
him away.
the next day you all went to meet up in the secret
What was
hideout
funny.
of the hunters. You met up with Nigel, and then Blackwater,
Golden Bear.
aka Lizzie, aka Pacific, aka Laura, aka Pacific was
Okay,
there,
Pacific.
and Katrina
give her enough
Lupon was
names
also
yet?
there. Yeah, I'm regretting it more and more every time I have to say all of them. I'm just
I'm
gonna
sure she's
simplify and
regretting
start
it, too.
saying Pacific.
Connor will
Okay.
not.
Pacific
Connor is
and
an
Reno,
idiot.
or Pacific and Katrina were both there, and they're like, "Hey, we'll help." So you guys came up with a tentative plan to defeat the imp inside the theater. So it is the next day. It is, I believe, Sunday is what is called in my notes. I have to check my notes real quick. And boom,
It's either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, it was Saturday when you
This
guys
is
all
the
did the
day we
planning
call it
session. You went to collect whatever it was you were bringing. Okay, and now it is Sunday. You've all met up in front of the theater. The only car in the parking lot besides your own or if I don't know, how did you all get here? Did you all just take the Benson mobile, or?
I mean, I always take the Benson mobile.
I probably did as well.
Yeah.
I took the bus.
West, are you living back in your? Yeah, you went back to your room. You had your little reunion with Rad, who wanted to wear your Phantom of the Opera costume.
Did you get it cleaned?
Don't need it. What do you mean?
Don't need it.
You gotta return it.
Does
No, it's
he?
his canon outfit now.
Does he?
Do I? This theater is going under, one way or another, I'm sure.
Yeah. So you guys are all in the parking lot, having been picked up by Benson. Katrina and Blackwater. She's wearing her Blackwater gear, but it's it's Pacific. She
Flora?
came here on her motorcycle, which she has, and I don't know where she keeps it. Don't ask me. And
She hides it right upside Paul Bunyan's butt.
yep,
It goes in his pocket.
goes
No.
right in, just fits right in there, perfectly in
Doubt
the
it.
crack. Anyway, yeah, Pacific's here on her motorcycle. Katrina's here. She probably just walked or something. I don't know. And yeah, you're all meeting up here. The only other car in the parking lot that's across from the theater is you recognize it as Bernard's car. The director who's been losing his fucking mind. So you can probably surmise that since he's not in the car, he may still be in the theater someplace. So that may be a
Still from the previous time, or came back?
I don't know if he ever left, because you guys all just kind of fucked off because you had stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't know whether or not
had a
he's left in
feeling.
the interim.
I had a feeling he'd be here.
Well, that complicates. Oh, Nigel's also here. That complicates things somewhat. Do we want to try to find out like where he is and get him out of here, or just kind of deal with it as it comes?
Well, if we deal with it as it comes, that's more risky.
Right.
Well, I'd say
yeah.
we're gonna find out where he is, unless we go in there anyways.
Our plan's off kilter anyway, so like whatever we can do to eliminate the possibility of things going wrong, that would be great. So yeah, let's get in there and find them.
All right. Are you just gonna go in the front door?
No, we had discussed going in the back door.
No?
Okay. Well, I guess you're gonna. Okay. So you guys make your way around to the back of the theater. Your little posse of about 6 people.
The motley crew.
Right. Pacific breaks out her lock-picking tools and goes to work on the lock. The voice modulator is on because you think it's probably just built into the helmet. So she goes, "Well, the good news is it doesn't look like this door is alarmed in any way. So that's
Holy shit.
a plus." So yeah,
That is a good thing.
she messes with the door for a minute, and then you hear a click, and the door opens very slowly as she pushes it in, puts a finger up to where her mouth would be in the helmet, and gives you the SWAT hand signal to move in carefully. Now you all have, I believe, brought headlamps.
I combat roll.
Yeah,
All right.
Stop.
Connor combat rolls through the door directly into a stair.
Ow!
That's what you get.
All right, so yeah, I believe the plan was you were all going to bring headlamps. I don't know if you were also going to bring sunglasses.
I brought my shades because they look cool and styling. But I
Describe
don't know
your
if anyone
shades,
else
though.
did.
What was the reason for that? Is because if it makes eye contact,
It
what
makes
happens?
eye-
You know that
contact
one of its
You turn
abilities
to
is
stone. No.
is the piercing gaze, which basically means if it makes direct eye contact with you, you get frozen in place by fear.
I see.
But the downside was like it's dark in there because the power's out, so I don't know if anyone
it's dark
else
in there
brought
because
I did
sunglasses.
not, because we discussed other ways.
Connor brought them mostly for fashion. They're aviators.
Got it. So are you wearing them currently?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So I couldn't see the stair
All right.
that
yeah.
I combat rolled into.
So the lights are not like completely off in this building, but you do see that a lot of them are burnt out and sparking as you sneak back into the backstage area. You see Nigel and Katrina kind of like wait behind you, like waiting for a signal of some kind, and Pacific just vanishes. You suspect she is going somewhere to like try to get a bead. But the next part of your plan, I believe, was to move to the breaker to shut off the power, such that the hanging electrical cables all over the place would not be an issue. There aren't any on
Right.
the stage area, luckily, but which is where you are. You're kind of like in the backstage. It's raised up from where the like where all the seating is. So you're currently behind the stage, behind the part that would be behind the curtain, where all like the props and prep stuff are held. So you've just come in through the emergency exit, and your next part of your plan, as far as I know, was to go to the breaker to shut it off. So
Right.
do you do this thing? I guess.
I turn on my headlamp first of all, so I don't trip on shit, and then
I turn on my headlamp,
my
but the
way,
sunglasses stay on.
All right.
make my way
excellent.
that direction.
All right.
To
So
turn
West.
off the breaker.
All right. I'm going to have you. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Excellent. I would like you to act under pressure.
Of course you would. Aren't you cool?
I would. Well, no. Are you cool?
No, he's not.
No.
Well,
Seven
I'm
is still a
not
mixed
sharp
success.
either, apparently.
So I'll give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. We'll have this come into play in a second. You move over to the breaker, and you flip with the lights. It takes you a second to get which one is the right one, and you turn them off. So all of the lights and power in the theater are now off. Connor and West have their headlamps on. I don't know if Adva does, because she didn't say anything.
I guess I'll turn it on.
Yeah,
No
and
reason not.
Nigel and Katrina click on their lamps as well. So after you do this, Nigel nods to the two of you and tries to position himself in the area where he can see the most things on the stage. While Katrina kind of talks to Adva, who's still the closest to her, and she's like, "All right, do you want me to just try to move to the center of the stage then? Just kind of lure it out."
Take a look before you go out there.
All right. She cautiously makes her way to the center of the stage area. I don't know if the rest of you are trying to like do anything.
Well, we discussed that I would be on the stage with
Right.
Katrina, and then everyone else was gonna either hide out in the audience area or backstage or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm basically just trying to get an idea of where all of you are going before things like kick
I'm gonna
off.
try and head for the audience area.
Okay, so you make your way to the like side of the stage. There's like a set of stairs in the backstage area that lead down into like a narrow kind of hallway that leads to doors that go straight into the stage area without having to actually cross the stage. So you go down
Okay.
there. You're in the audience area.
In the
now.
meantime, on the way, can I pull out? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm gonna pull out my blessed knife
Cool.
on the
You
way.
summon your blast.
I'm not gonna ask. It's just gonna happen.
You summon your blast knife to your hand and make your way to the audience area.
Yeah. I realize I ask a lot of questions instead of just saying I do this thing, so I'm trying
But
to.
can you?
not do
Yes.
that.
Yes, you can. If it's something that you don't think has a possibility of failure, you can just do it, and otherwise, I will let you know.
I breathe.
Okay.
Can I breathe?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll summon gun.
All right, Connor summons gun. You follow Katrina to the center of the stage, and both of you are just kind of like looking around now, I guess. Adva, where are you going?
See, if they're going to the center of the stage, so Connor and what's her name? Katrina are at the center of the stage.
Yes. West has moved
Where
down
is
into the
West?
audience. Nigel is kind of hanging out in the back so he can get the widest like view of the whole room. Although his vision is limited to like what he can see. So his headlamp and your all headlamps are going to be, how he sees anything.
Think?
He's basically providing you. Think if this were Persona, he would be the Futaba or
He's
Fuka
support.
or whatever the other one is. Risei. He's
Support.
he's your
I've
I've never
support.
played Persona, but I get it.
He's your
I
support.
know what you mean.
Okay, I think I'll go down into like the audience pit with West.
Okay, so are you gonna go? There's like one of these passageways on each side of the stage. Are you gonna go on the opposite side, or are you gonna go with West?
I'm going to go on the opposite side, and I'm going to take out my trident and flick my earrings.
Okay, so as you flick on your earrings, you see in the air around you a couple of like rotating, magical triangular shapes are now kind of just like hovering around your body. This is causing a slight glow. I would call it about like, I don't know if you've had one of those like shitty electronic candle things.
But like that, like
That
what,
amount
like
of light. It's
60
not a you can you can see the
that
triangle,
3
but it's not
centimeters.
providing lighting of any kind.
That 3 centimeters of light.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
All right, so yeah, you can tell where Adva is now based on both her headlamp and the glowy triangles floating around her. West, you're hanging out to one side with a knife in your hand. Connor and Katrina are center stage. Pacific is somewhere, and Nigel is backstage looking out. So Connor, since you're sort of the most, you're closest to sort of the center of this storm, I'm gonna have you roll to read a bad situation, just to try to get some info on like what's in the room.
Yeet. What is that again? Sharp?
That is plus sharp.
Okay, so +0.
8.
I've done it.
So on a 7 to 9, hold 1. And you can ask me one of the following questions. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? I'm feeling like that might be it. What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
Obviously, I'm going to ask what's my best way out, because I need to get out of... No, I'm kidding.
The door you came in.
No, I'm kidding.
You
Wait,
get
are there any
stabbed, everyone
dangers?
dies.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet?
So the
Also,
first...
I would like to point out while Connor is Connor in his headlamp with his aviators on, while he's like scanning the theater, does have the hand over the eyes thing, like the
just
the
going
peering
like,
around. He's doing that. He's doing that to block the glare from the headlamp.
I see.
Well, maybe take off the sunglasses.
Or you could take off the sunglasses, but here we are. All right, so you start scanning the audience, looking for anything, and you kind of like glance back at Nigel. He shakes his head. What you do notice is you hear a sound come from above you, and you look up and see a shape caught in the light that makes a very quick movement, and then you hear creaking metal, as if a piece of the catwalk is about to collapse on you. So that is the danger you have not noticed yet.
I dive tackle Katrina.
All right, you dive tackle Katrina out of the way as this chunk of catwalk comes down at you. Do you say anything?
Hang on. As soon as the catwalk finishes falling and the dust settles,
it hasn't finished falling yet. I'm gonna make you act under pressure, but like you get a +1. You get a +1 to this, I believe, because you're acting on the answer you just got, and the information is in fact relevant.
I'm not going to say anything yet.
Okay. So yeah, act under pressure plus cool, and you have +1 to it.
So +1.
Actually, I'm gonna make this protect someone, so do tough instead, because I think you're a little bit better at that.
I'm much worse at tough.
Well,
my tough is 0. Haha.
You still did better. Is that with the +1?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, on a 7+, you protect them okay. Well, no, hold on. On a 10+, choose an extra. You suffer little harm, -1 harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy. I don't know that one makes sense, or you hold the enemy back.
Well, you said that's 10+. I got a 9.
Right.
This includes the 1 already.
A 7 to 9 is in fact...
I don't have anything upgraded. Also.
Okay. No, there's an advance where there's the advance for protect someone is you and the character you're protecting and are unharmed and out of danger.
Oh, I see.
So there's one where you both can completely avoid damage. So on a 7 to 9, you protect them okay, but you suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So as you tackle Katrina out of the way, she kind of gasps, and this chunk of metal from above lands right on your legs. You didn't quite clear it. So you are a little bit pinned, and you take 1 harm.
As soon as the dust begins to settle, I slowly reach up while still pinned, take off my sunglasses and say, Well, I guess the cat walks out of the bag.
Fuck you.
This
Nice.
isn't the time.
So Nigel, having seen all of that happen, glances up and says, "It's up there." I can still. He's trying to like pointing. He's kind of like pointing,
I
trying
sure
to track
hope it is.
He's pointing, trying to keep track of it the best he can. So I don't know if you're gonna have
Can
to
I,
triangulate with him somewhat.
Can I?
Would the other
can I
two
do
like
something to
In a minute.
Okay, yeah,
In
let
a
them
minute,
go.
perhaps.
Are we
Would
out
the-
to the audience by now? By the
Yeah.
time this happens?
Yeah, yeah. You were all kind of like waiting. What would you like to do? Other people. Oh, also, I should mention
So-
that paranoia feeling that you guys have been getting kicks up a big time.
Paranoia, baby.
What kind of penalty would I suffer to an attack if it was just totally blind? Like if I was doing some like juju bag shit.
If you tried to like throw it in its direction,
Yeah.
just to see what is your intent here. Are you intending to do damage, or
I'm
are you
just
intending to
blasting.
do something?
I kind of want to like just get it out of there, you know,
Well-
make it come out into the open a little more than it already is.
Okay, I'm not going to let you kick its ass because you don't know where it is. So
Well,
just hurling it in its direction, I'm not going to let you do any damage to it because you don't know where it is. I will,
Well,
however,
yeah.
give you
That's why I was saying I'm not. The intent is not to do damage; is to get it
Okay.
out there, more in the open.
All right. Well, I guess act under pressure then. It's gonna be cool, which I think you roll sharp for anyway.
Yarp.
So that's a 9. On a 7 to 9, I'll give you a worse outcome, hard choice or price to pay.
Bless you.
Thank you. That was a cough.
So, what I'll have you do here is, you can try to like get this thing out in the open, but it is going to target you, which could be problematic, considering your lack of being superpowers.
That is
Otherwi- Are
problematic.
The,
Are you saying this is what happens?
This is
'Cause,
your
like, I
this
did
is
the
your
thing.
choice. This is your choice. You can either your choice is you can either flush it out and successfully try to like using magic dust or whatever get it to like come down out of the catwalks, but it will attack you, or you can just completely whiff.
You must choose.
With
Okay, yeah, you cause a dust explosion there, and Nigel says, "Good going. Now I can barely see it. It's still up there though. It looks like it's moving towards Adva. It's moving towards you up above."
Okay, I'm gonna look up to see if I can see.
You cannot. It's invisible.
That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna look up to see if I can see the invisible guy.
It's invisible,
Still
but
invisible?
Nigel is using his superpowers to
Okay.
help you keep an eye on it.
Oh, how do you guys do that one where it
It's a
includes your
secret.
name?
Don't tell him,
slash,
Swissy.
slash
Don't
me.
tell him.
Why
He's been
not?
asking for months. I don't want
Slash
him to know.
me.
MII.
No.
do Adva, what are you doing?
Okay, if see, is there anything I
Thank
can
you,
do to
Swissy.
try to detect him? 1 second.
I don't know.
So,
Look at your moves.
I thought
No,
Boca just hadn't heard me the first like 5 times.
no, I
But it
just.
turns out she's just being a jerk.
You could
Now we
teleport
can do
up
this
there if
between
you
rolls.
wanted
It's
to.
very fun.
If you wanted to get up there, you could teleport.
I don't want to put myself in a place where I'm alone.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think Soothe is going to help you here.
No.
You can try to talk it into
wait.
coming down. Yes,
Wait.
perfect.
Let's see, did I slurp something last session? I think I did, but I don't remember what it was.
I think the only things you've prepared are you have like a whip. made
Yeah,
of- you
I
have,
know
like,
I
a
have the chain whip. I thought I grabbed something else. I don't remember.
Not last session.
Not that
I
you
don't
could.
remember
Not that
what
you've
I
told
said.
me.
Okay, I'll take your word for it then.
Unless, I should remind you guys, I don't know how the distribution was, but you did want to bring flour here as well. I don't know if Connor was just holding all of it or what.
I have as much as I can fit in my cargo shorts.
Okay.
Cool.
So, Nigel said that it was like up in the top rafters, right?
Yeah, it's up in the not in the rafters, up on the catwalks.
Yeah. That's how long is the chain?
Catwalks.
I don't know. Somebody
10
Google
feet.
standard chain length.
That's not a
Well,
thing. Chains are
chain-
cut to length.
Yeah.
16
I mean, you're just gonna have to go with something
right?
that's reasonable. I would
What's-
probably just like 10 feet. Like if we're going by like other tabletop RPGs,
We're
like
talking
typically,
like weapon rules.
I'll give
Yeah,
you. I'll give you
like,
like 10 feet. Yeah.
Is
normally
that-
they have they're like a
Catwalks.
reach weapon, so they'll hit you the square beyond you.
Yeah, catwalk's probably about I'd say like 15, 20 feet up. It would need to be
jumps.
fairly high up in order to not be in the way of the stage.
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
audience.
that's fair. Whew.
20 is probably low, honestly.
Is there? Mhm. See, I think I'm just gonna rush up to the stage and try to help up Connor because he's the only person that really has a ranged combat option.
All right. Yeah.
Gun.
Yeah. So you make your way up to the stage. So I will. All right. So Connor, you want to do something to try to free yourself, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like
this.
to-
This.
All right. I don't know if you need to. Let me read what Unholy Strength does. Oh, that's just
Oh, yeah,
weird.
that.
That's just weird instead of tough to kick some ass. So it's not exactly the same. So I'll have you act under pressure, I suppose, Connor. To try to get yourself out from under this pinning. Yeah, you do it. All right, so Adva helps you drag the chunk of catwalk off of your legs, and you get back to your feet.
Nigel says
excellent.
it's up there. I gestured to like the side of the building that I was at.
I unleash the flower.
All right, are you just gonna hurl the? Are these in like packets?
you have,
of
like,
some
grenades?
kind?
Flower.
Of fire, or is
Packets
it
of
just
flower.
like?
They hit anything, poof, a flower. I'm gonna
Alright.
start carpet bombing.
All right, well,
just start
I
blasting.
guess that'll be. I mean, I don't want it to be another act under pressure roll, but it's kind of gotta be because I don't think this qualifies as anything else. You're not going to damage it with the flower. All right, yeah, that's another 11. So yeah, you do it. On a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do. So you start hucking flour. Nigel, the first one goes wide. Nigel says like a little bit to the left, and you correct for this. And you nail the thing right in the fucking face, which you can tell because suddenly there's a horrible toothy maw covered in flour. You can make out like the head and chest and a little bit of like the upper arms of this thing now. And you huck a third one, try to get more of its like body, and it cuts it out of the air with its claws. But this has the effect of making the whole thing like
Covering
more or
it.
less visible now. The like ends of it aren't so visible, but the rest of it now is. So anybody else, what would you like to do?
How big is it?
Right now it's about 3 to 4 feet tall.
Okay. How
Right
big is
now,
its neck?
How big is its neck? That's a complicated question. Not very. It's sort of a gangly little thing.
She just
Okay.
wants to strangle it again.
No, I need to strangle this one with my hands.
Oh sure.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it.
I
with that
just
line of
want to know
questioning.
how big its neck is so I can buy it a bow tie as a gift.
Side note, as soon as this thing becomes visible, the three of you hear some like popping noises from somewhere in the crowd, like a, and you see sparks glance off some of the railing that the creature is hide behind, like completely destroying those chunks of railing. And you glance over and see a couple of like gunpowder flashes from a silenced pistol that Pacific brought in here. As she's taking
Nice.
some shots at it as soon as it becomes visible. Once she does that, it starts to like dash out of the way to a different part of the catwalk. But you can now like see where it is.
Radical.
Still there.
Yeah, it's still up there for the moment. You get the idea that this thing probably doesn't really have any ranged options either, so it's staying where it's safest for the most part. Although with things now firing upon it, it may not feel safe up there much longer. So what would anybody like to do about this?
I have
And
an
I'll
idea.
shoot it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were about to do something, Adva. That's why
off.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, Adva was asking me some questions. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this. Can I teleport to it because I can see it? I'm gonna grab it and bring it down.
Are you gonna try to teleport to it, grab it, and then teleport again, like back to the ground?
No, I want to pull it down with gravity.
Oh, you're gonna try to like teleport above it, grab it out of the air, and then
Land
like,
on
just
it?
like yeet
Yeah.
downwards. Okay.
With it.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I'll let you do the teleport for free because it's a thing you can do. The grabbing of it, I'm going to be a. Let's see. Yeah, since I don't think you're trying to like damage it with this, I think it'll be act under pressure probably.
Which is
That would be plus cool.
Cool.
only was tough.
The number wouldn't load for me.
Hey!
There we go. 10 plus. All right, on 10 plus, you do what you set out to do. So you teleport above this thing. It does not expect this necessarily. I don't think it has seen you teleport.
No, I've only
as
teleported
it's like flying past you with its wings. You see its powdery head turn back up at you with a shocked expression, and you grab it by the back of the neck and use gravity to bring the both of you crashing down into some of the chairs in the audience. It hurts quite a great deal, so you take well, I'll have you take 2 harm, but I think that is ignored by your armor. How much is your armor worth again?
Let's see.
That was 1. Two?
My sheets, they updated my sheets again. The holy armor thing is an error tag at the moment. But I think it's 2. It just says Divine Gear 6 in red.
Yeah, I believe it was 2 armor. I can try to look that up for you while whoever is going next goes. But yeah, the shielding that's like hovering around you cushions the blow. It basically runs into the chairs before you can, causing you to slow down a little bit. But Adva's now dragged this thing down to ground level, if anybody else would like to act in some meaningful way.
Damn.
Where is it in relation
It's
to her?
2
Like, is she
armor,
still
2?
holding on to it?
That's nanners.
Let me see. So...
Because you said she fell into the audience area, right?
Yeah, and you, West, I believe you're still in the audience area. Connor is up on the stage next to Katrina, who's like recovering from having been tackled. Pacific is also in the audience, although you hear some clicking as if something is reloading, perhaps.
Right.
So yeah, that is the current what's going on.
So is she still holding on to it, or is it?
Yes.
Like
She's good.
Where is it?
She completely succeeded, so she's holding on to it. They've both collapsed, cratering some chairs in the audience.
I'm gonna try and get over there and stab it.
All right.
With my blessed knife.
Cool.
Which is like a tough roll, right?
That is 100% going to be kick some ass.
Hey,
partial success.
Okay, so let me double check the moves. Kick some ass. On a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on established dangers, blah, 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 blah. So the harm rating of your dagger is what again?
2.
All right, so you rush in with your dagger and manage to get a good chop in it on the brunt of its body. But you hop backwards to try to brace for a claw attack, and what you don't see is the tail, which did not get covered in flour, stabs directly into your left arm. You take 1 harm.
Good thing though, because the tail is now covered in blood.
Yeah, you take 1 harm.
How much harm do I take? Okay.
1 harm. Ignore armor.
I don't have armor, so that's fine.
So, yeah, that is a thing that has happened.
Bad for me.
The creature wrestles itself out of Adva's grip, but Connor, you still have time to act in some way if you want. There are...
I shoot him.
Yeah, I was going to say, there
Oh,
are a West
good.
and an Adva in the vicinity, but you know that your bullets will not hurt them. I'm trying to double check.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm trying to double check the armor thing while I'm here. Gear, let's see.
Well, it should just be under the Chosen playbook.
You get 1 divine armor, 1... you get divine armor, 1 armor holy. Okay. So yeah,
I was going to say, 2 armor is ridiculous.
Do take 1 harm, then.
Yeah, you, so
like,
you did take 1 harm from that earlier. I'm just,
things that do a lot of harm are like 3. So
yeah,
I was just gonna say.
I was trying to remember.
Armor,
I think the Chosen has an ability they can take that just gives them 2 armor all the time. They're just like hard to kill.
It's because they're the chosen one.
Exactly.
Chosen.
I didn't remember if that was how the divine
It's
one.
It's the divine, not the chosen.
Yeah, you're the divine. The other
Yes.
one's the chosen.
Correct.
By the way, is its tail
I'm gonna-
visible now? By the way, because it stabbed me.
Actually,
Yeah, a little bit. So this thing is pierced west and then use the distraction to free itself. So
and
it's
they're
not...
out in the audience, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
you're on the stage.
Okay, perfect.
Oh god.
That means that I'm going to
Oh no.
rush recklessly into danger and attempt to make the big entrance.
Okay.
I'm going to accomplish this by diving wholeheartedly from the stage
All right. I guess
into the audience.
Okay, so you're trying to do the big entrance, yes?
Yeah, when I make a showy entrance into a dangerous situation, roll plus cool. On
Alright.
a 10 plus, everyone stops to listen while you finish your opening speech. On a 7 to 9, you pick one person or monster to stop, watch, and listen until you finish talking. On a miss, you're marked as the biggest threat by all enemies who are present.
All right, so give it a go. Give me some cool
And
big guy.
Does diving headfirst at an imp from a stage also trigger my what could go wrong?
Possibly. However, I don't think that this hold will affect this roll.
It won't, because that's specifically an act under pressure, and this is just rolling plus cool.
Yeah, so try the plus cool, and we'll try this, and we'll see what happens. How's that?
All right, dope.
All right,
7 to 9, pick
7
one person or monster to stop, watch, and listen. I pick the imp.
All right.
Okay.
So you
Big speech time.
are you delivering
Oh, yeah,
this?
go
Are you
ahead.
gonna deliver this speech while like leaping onto it from above, or what?
No, I'm gonna
It's
leap
like
in.
anime style. Time
I'm
freezes
gonna,
in the
I'm
air.
gonna leap in, superhero landing, and begin monologuing at it.
All right.
Do him speak English?
You're about to
Doesn't
find out.
matter.
It actually doesn't seem to
It's-
matter based on how it's written.
Nope, they're
Ah.
just fascinated by my grandiose entrance.
Ah.
All right. Hit me with
So,
that speech,
I
big guy. Let's go.
I sprint, land, superhero. The dust settles. I put the sunglasses back on.
Because the
start
tale
off
of
by-
Pelagius the Wise.
I start off by saying, "Hey, listen here, you impy bastard, you bitch, you little idiot. You think you're so cool? You think you're top shit? Running around here, scaring people, poisoning Subway sandwiches? And who does that? A Subway sandwich? You're not even gonna poison a good sandwich like a Jimmy John's or a Firehouse Sub?
So I'm
You're
assuming
gonna
what
poison
Connor is
something that
doing here is attempting to
basically
cause a distraction
poison
of some kind.
already? Have you seen how many jalapeno tails they leave in those sandwiches? I have. It's repulsive, frankly. There's like 2 or 3 in every sandwich. You can't even eat those. It's crazy. Like, how on earth do you get off by poisoning something that's basically already not fit for human consumption? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And what's the deal with that, dude? You trying to hurt our friend Katrina over here? I gesture wildly towards Katrina.
Would somebody else like to
Yeah,
act
what
while Connor
did
is
she
causing
ever
this
do to you?
distraction?
Can
I mean, she seems nice. I don't know her all
While
that
Josh
well,
is
but
just-
she's a
while
private
Connor's
sister, she's
distracting them,
living her best
I'm
life.
very
I just don't
tempted to
see
just
why they
try
need
to
go out of
grab
their way to harm her.
and
I
to
mean,
put it
do
in
you
the hole
just
and
not
start
a fan of
punching
werewolves?
it with
Do you
my
not
hand,
like
my fist.
the
Hell
Phantom
yeah.
of the Opera?
Okay.
I mean, I don't get it either. Like something about masquerades, but come on. I mean, it's simply just ludicrous that
Adva,
you're
roll to kick some ass,
dead
please.
set on this.
That's tough, right?
Yep.
Do I get a +1 forward while Josh is distracting it or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll give you one forward. That makes sense.
Woo!
Nice.
That brings me to my second point. You
7 to
are
9.
a little shit. Like, I have
So
not
you
had my
and
sheets
whatever you're
tied
fighting
together
inflict
since
harm
I
on
was
each other.
7
Blah blah
in
blah.
elementary school.
So,
you child.
Josh,
let's
I'm
see,
gonna need you to
smite,
stop
that gives
talking
me-
over me, please.
That's 2 harm to it from me.
Okay, so it does 2 harm because you're punching it with your
I
fists.
do 2 harm to it.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I'm punching with my holy body.
All right, so as Connor is ceaselessly rambling about Subway sandwiches or something, you manage to sneak up on this creature, grab it by the back of the neck, and you give it a good clock, like right over the back of the head. After which it screams. Josh's hold over it breaks, and it quickly turns around, and something kind of spooky happens. This thing grows to be about 8 feet tall.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
It gets much bigger very suddenly. The flower
Does
doesn't...
it get any more visible, sans flower?
No, I don't think it... Well, no, I think it does because it's surprised by all this. So you can see its full, terrifying form, 8 feet tall now, as it rakes a claw against Adva. The armor blocks 1 harm, but you still take 1 harm.
Okay.
And it takes to the sky. Actually, it takes to the sky and starts charging directly in Katrina's direction.
Uh-oh.
So if anyone would
West,
like to
you're
do anything about that, specifically West, who hasn't done anything in a second.
We kind of have a sort of turn order.
I'm the human. This sucks.
I'm just trying to like...
Do a
I'm
magic,
just trying
man.
to get you all involved. You
Yeah.
know.
I'm gonna try and do what I did to a wooden beam once in the past, and try and do that with its big ass tail, which is big ass now, and try to yoink it to the ground if I can.
All right, so
Use
you're
magic.
basically going to do reverse levitation.
Yeah.
Gravitation.
Down notation.
All right, so yeah, go for... yeah, use magic, I guess.
God.
No. Well, fuck.
Well, I level up.
Yeah, mark experience, and we'll figure that out in a minute.
That's the lowest possible roll you could get, Swissy.
That's amazing. Oh, did you level up off of that?
Wait.
What?
I'm gonna spend luck.
Oh, you could use
you're
a
gonna
luck.
spend
Yeah.
a luck point?
Oh!
All right, so mark off one of your luck points, and that makes
I
it
did.
an automatic success. So, on a 10+, the magic works without issues. Choose your effect. Technically, I guess this is gonna be like, let me see.
I want to
here.
pull it to the ground, so it would be
And
trap a specific person, minion, or monster. I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah. So you briefly the magic fizzles, and for a second you're not sure if it's working, but you manage to like slow your breathing for a moment and concentrate, and you try it again. You flick your wrist with the wand in it that I assume you're holding, or this would be nonsense.
Yeah.
And it stops in midair and is like pulled to the ground with a horrible shriek. And yeah, it is now on the ground. And as it's shrieking, you see its form is starting to become kind of like fuzzy, which is weird. Not in a like it's turning invisible again way. It almost looks like it's got like I don't know. It looks kind of blurry. It's strange. And then
Wait a minute. Nah, never mind.
And then what you see is you see there's something distressing happens. There are 2 other imps that get up from the ground that pull out of this thing's body that are both the same size as it. One on the left, one on the right, both get up. The one on the ground is
Both
still
8 foot?
Yep. And the one on the ground is still being held there, but there are 2 other ones now cackling and glaring in your direction.
Huh.
I rushed recklessly into danger.
Alrighty.
I charged the one on the right.
Okay.
I want to yeet at it and bite it.
Oh.
Cool. So yeah, I guess. Let me see. Let me read your thing because I know what you. I know what you want out of this. So yeah, I'll give you your charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets. Hold 2. You can inflict 1 harm. You can reduce someone's harm suffered by 1. You can take +2 on an act under pressure roll.
All right, dope. Would you like me to kick some ass?
Yeah, go for it. All right. So on a 7+, whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So what are you going to do with your thing? Why'd you roll weird for kick some ass?
Because unholy strength, I roll plus weird instead of plus tough when I kick some ass.
Got it. That makes sense. All right.
So I'm going to use, first of all, my attack is my teeth, which are 4 harm intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
They sure are.
And then I'm going to spend. Can I spend both hold to inflict 2 more harm to it?
Sure, I'll let you do that. All right, so you dash forward.
I want to hit this thing with a crit.
Excellent. Yeah, you charge forward to the one on the right, and you bare your teeth at it and leap onto it. And as your teeth connect with imp flesh, I would like you to roll plus sharp for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, you take this thing to the fucking ground, and the rest of you see this too. And you basically tear out its throat. It looks like it's super duper in trouble. But the one on the ground who you're not like looking at, that tail comes into play again. No, actually, no, the tail is being held by Wes. So I think it swipes. Yeah. I think it swipes a claw at you again, and you take 2 harm.
Ow. I did level up off of that at least.
Neat.
All right, level 4. Sounds like West is also almost at level 4, yeah?
Well, I'm almost there. I spent the luck, so I went back.
Well, you only went away, right?
So as this is all happening, Katrina is finally kind of recovered, and you see her essentially the werewolf version of hulking out, where her arms get much furrier and extremely big, and her face like kind of elongates into a wolf face, and she snarls very loudly and leaps onto the one on the left, also tearing out its throat. So you've got the one on the ground, one that Connor is beating the shit out of, and one on the left that Katrina is now beating the shit out of. And Pacific, you see her pop up again on the other side of it, and she pops a few rounds into the middle one, dealing 1 harm.
I'll be real, I forgot she could turn invisible.
I'm gonna pop some.
Yeah, she's sort of just been around. So yeah, Adva, would you like to react in some way?
So the middle one is still being held there with West's gravity.
Yup.
I want to take my trident and try to ram it through its center and lift it up so it falls farther down onto it.
Cool. Roll me some kick some ass.
Do I get a +1 forward for it being immobilized?
Sure. Makes sense to me. I'm gonna wait for that number to load in. There we go. That's 7.
Partial success.
Yeah, so you and it deal harm to each other. So, yeah, you...
Trident is 3 harm.
Mm-hmm. So you bury the trident in this thing, and it does not like that. As you start to pick it up to like get it to fall farther back on you, again, this tail that you're kind of like not watching out for it because the claws are much more painful. This tail jabs you right in the gut. It actually pierces through. It slips between the 2 of the like triangles. Because it's one
so did I let go of the tail?
You must have. That's a good point. Well, again, I guess you're just gonna take 2 harms, which ends up being 1 harm anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As this creature is pulled down on the trident, it grabs with its like behind its back. Its arms get you know what? No. Instead of this, what happens is the creature goes from being about 8 feet tall to about 1 foot tall very quickly, and just the spear slips off of it, and it
it's just like that tiny persona. I hate him.
It darts back away into the audience and creates 2 more copies that are at that size.
Troubling.
Yeah, so you hear Pacific scream like, "Ah, hell!" And Nigel is like, "What the hell?"
So, be clear, I still do take that 1 harm, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you were.
What's everybody's harm at, by the way? Because some of you are probably looking pretty bad at this point.
3.
I'm at 2.
I'm at 3.
I was at 1 going in, and I've taken 1 harm. So.
Excellent. Yeah. So Katrina finishes off the thing that she was looking at and leaps onto one of the side ones. Leaps onto one of the ones that split off. The imp is now like cackling madly. And Nigel's like, "What the hell are you guys doing? It's right there."
Fighting the other ones, Nigel.
What the fuck are you talking about? And Connor,
well, maybe
that realization causes something in your brain as you realize you look back down at the thing what's throat you were tearing out, and it's not there anymore.
Ah, shit.
Oh, brain stuff.
They're not real. God damn it. Can I unquenchable vitality?
If you want to. Is it something you want to try to do? I'm not going to be able to do it again in this encounter, just so you know.
Right.
Right, so yeah, go for it.
Hey!
10. On a 10 plus, heal 2 arm and stabilize your injuries. Yep. So you kind of like focus for a second to like your blood back into your body. And the creature splits into like 5 more of them and then flies in a big ol' circle. With basically it's made a swarm of itself as it comes charging in the direction of Pacific, who is currently reloading. What would any of you like to do to this imp swarm? They're now all of them are like about a foot tall.
I see.
I rip out a chair and throw it at him.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh,
Bigger than my bullets.
All right, are you trying to cause harm to the imp, or are you trying to like clarify which ones are illusory?
I'm trying to clarify. I just want to send an object through the swarm to see if it like if any of them actually react to it properly. So I'm assuming it can't perfectly simulate all the physics, maybe.
Yeah, but
I'm hoping.
I will have you. So your goal is not necessarily to stop them from moving; it is to try to gauge which one is the real one.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if any of the other, because like I know these turn into a lot of act under pressure stuff, but I don't know if any of these other ones really like apply. Yeah, I don't think they do. It could be protect someone, but you're not like trying to stop it from reaching Pacific. So I'll just go with act under pressure.
Okay.
It's 9 on 7 to 9. The keeper's going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So I'm going to say you can I think the worst outcome here is that you do manage to you throw the chair through the illusions, and you notice that a lot of them get like knocked aside, but you can tell that the real one did not. Like, now that you've got a sense that some of these are illusions, you can pick out some of like the subtleties of where it's reacting just like a second too late to the impact. The real one charges forward and in fact does get its claws into Pacific, getting her like right in the chest area. I don't keep track of her harm necessarily, but she has been stabbed.
Yikes. I'm looking at the wrong playbook or reference sheet.
And you hear a loud mechanical sounding as this happens because she's still got the voice filter on.
Right.
Would anybody else like to react to this?
Do all of us see that chair thing happen, or are the illusions separate? Like, that Sounds dumb, but
now that Nigel has kind of alerted you that some of them are solutions, if you do something to like try to determine which ones are which, you can kind of get an eye for it. So like when it started turning into that swarm, that was where like you could tell the two that went off to the sides were illusions, but the stuff inside the swarm was harder to see. Like it's trying to confuse you essentially. But Connor's move here has made, at least in this specific instance, made them less confusing to see.
I am gonna charge in and try to. Yeah, I'm gonna stab it from behind. When I ambush or attack from behind, I inflict +2 harm, so that's a thing.
Since when?
Since when?
That's part of the flake. I took that move.
Oh, you took 2 flake things?
Yeah.
Oh, sneaky.
So
Yeah,
you
when you
have
ambush or attack from behind, inflict +2 harm. All right, so roll to kick some ass, my guy.
Please,
So
please.
is that the one you just got, or did you get the Haven upgrade?
Wow.
Oof.
You know what?
Even with the +2.
You know what?
You're just gonna take this one, or you've already marked 2 luck. All right. No, sounds good, man. You want to use luck on this one?
Yeah, it's my sister.
All right. I wasn't gonna hurt your sister. I was gonna hurt you. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, I'll undo luck. That's fine.
Cool. So for this failure, you try very hard to sneak up on it, but it is now like disengaged with your sister, and is sort of like the swarm is swirling around it, cackling, and you stab one of them, but it wasn't the real one. And what actually happens is the real one gets right up in your face and slashes you across the face for 2 harm.
Ooh.
West is no longer okay. You're like on the ground screaming in pain.
Cool scar.
And also a little bit blinded, probably. So, that's a thing that now has to
get
be
my
dealt
eyes? Damn.
I'll say your glasses save your eyes, but your glasses are now, like, in shreds.
Damn. That sucks. This sucks.
It broke your glasses super hard.
This sucks.
Well,
I should have taken the luck.
Well, the luck is something that, like, once you run out of that, I can basically hurt you whenever. So, I just want you to
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that. I was just like, if it was gonna keep going at her, then I would have done it. This is fine. This is a better outcome.
This is fine.
fine.
West says
Lays
with
on
his
the ground.
glasses in tatters.
This is a better outcome for West.
West is getting to the point where he's going to have issues, like, working through the pain. So you're going to take a -1 forward on just about anything until somebody fixes you.
That's fine.
So is the Sneaky the newest one you got? I thought you had a Haven upgrade.
No, Sneaky was the one before the Haven. I've had Sneaky for a while. I've just not been able to use
It hasn't happened yet.
I got it between the Siren and this battle, so we haven't really done anything that I needed it for.
So you did the Lie one, Sneaky, and then Haven. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It's not a new thing. I just haven't used it.
I was just wondering. But now we're both level 4 at least, huh? That's fun.
Oh, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah. Level 4 buddies.
Would somebody like to react to this thing that has happened?
Anyway, yeah.
Adva hasn't done a thing in a sec.
Okay, so let's see. So, give me the laydown. There's a bunch
There's
of
a very injured West.
I know about that.
West and Pacific are both recovering from various levels of injury as a swarm of 1-foot imps kind of like encircle them. And you get a sense for which ones are not real a little bit from West, but now that they've sort of recoalesced, it is more difficult to determine.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna use my ability, what I need when I need it, and pull out my chain.
All right.
I'm gonna take my chain. I'm gonna start spinning it, and I'm gonna spin it at imp level.
All right, so basically
you're
you're trying to like speed through a bunch of them to determine which one is real.
Yeah, it's just see if this goes well, I should be able to find out which one is which. I don't know what the harm on my chain is, but it probably has reach. So
I don't think your chain is. I'm not sure your chain will do much harm to it, but we'll roll act under pressure. I think because you're not trying to hurt it, you're trying to suss out which one it is.
Well, I mean, I'm also trying to hurt it, but cool, I think, right?
Well, hold on. I think since you're doing a smart thing, this may actually qualify as investigate a mystery, because a lot of these questions apply.
Which one do you want me to do?
Because
I was more intended just like, well, if I also get it and it does damage, that's on top of it. Because
I'll have you roll plus sharp, just because I don't want everybody to just be rolling cool all the time. It feels boring.
Okay.
Because you're doing a smart thing.
You're being smart. Oof.
That's not
Oof.
gonna...
Do you want to spend a luck or take the hit?
These rolls today, like,
No, this is my first failed roll today.
So this swarm, you start swinging the chain through it, and you're like, huh, none of this really seems to be doing anything. And then one of them materializes directly in front of you, and you realize the real one was invisible right in front of you. And as you look into its eyes, let me read this. Roll plus cool for me. That's not gonna do it.
That's still a failure. Yeah.
Yep. So you are frozen in place as a fear seizes across your whole being. You cannot.
But everyone's level 4.
Now I could use this as a point to introduce the level up thing, but we could also do that next week. Up to you.
We can try it in a bit here, I think, just because there's a lot going on. I already have to keep track of 3 NPCs in this room.
He doesn't want your summon showing up yet.
Bahamut can't be here.
Especially because I don't have anything prepared for it. So...
Neither do I.
Well, yeah, that's a great reason to not use it.
That's a good reason to not do it.
Alright, so yeah,
okay.
Connor, you're sort of the only one who can really act without without anything bad happening at the moment. So what would you like to do?
Okay, well, I'm going to...
The good news is, because of what has happened to Adva, you know which one's the real one right now.
Shit, yeah, dude. I'm gonna run and slide and fan my hammer. Pow, pow, pow. Right at him.
Alright, you're gonna try to slide past it and shoot it from underneath?
Yep. Just for style points.
Pow, pow, pow.
Sounds good.
I realize this will make me need to reload, but it's fine.
Yeah, go ahead and kick some ass.
Oh!
14!
Nice.
Hell the fuck yeah, dude. Alright,
that's 1 away from perfect.
Yeah, for real. So on a 10+, choose 1 extra effect. You gain the advantage, take 1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1 harm, or you force them where you want them.
I'm going to inflict terrible harm on him.
Okay. So because of its size, it gets when it's in this small size, it gets a +1 to its armor rating. But because of that extra harm, this was with your Magnum, I assume, your regular weapon. Yeah. So that's 4 harm, which is just enough to knock it to the ground. Since your armor doesn't have since your gun doesn't have holy damage, you didn't kill it for good. But it is at the moment inoperable, and the things stop around it.
It's trying to beside me.
It's sort of on the ground beside, because it basically just you and Pacific are both a couple feet away from it, and you're looking a lot worse than she is. But it is like trying to crawl away into the audience, basically.
I guess we should determine at this point, how blind is Wes without his glasses?
I just assumed fairly, since you're a nerd. Nerds have thick prescriptions. But I guess that's a you question.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you, isn't it?
I never determined that.
And now if you're about to tell me Wes just had perfect vision this whole time, and also you've been slashed across the face, so...
They're blue light filtering glasses.
I would say overall, you probably can't see very well, given the pain, confusion, blood, and the glasses being broken.
Right. Can I hear anything? Like, is it making noises of distress? I just want a reason to be able to,
stab it.
What do you want to try to... You just want to try to stab it?
He wants to try to stab it with his holy knife.
I want to, try to grab at it, roll over, try to get up on my knees, or at least something, and grab it and stab the shit out of it.
All right, so I'll say what you see when you glance over that way, as it's illuminated by at least Connor's light, is you see a shape flickering in and out of invisibility, covered in some kind of goop, and also wet flour a little bit still. Trying to like, you see it trying to like crawl away to some place where it could escape. So you see that. You see a shape trying to leave, and you know it's not any of your friends.
Yeah, so gonna try to grab it and start stabbing it.
All right, kick some ass. Remember, this is a -1 for you right now.
Ah, shit. On top of the -1 that it already is. All right, here we go, fam.
Oh my god!
That's an experience, though.
He can't get more experience. He has to level up.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oof.
Oofa.
Oh wait,
doofa,
I
man.
can't get more experience from this? Fuck it, I'm spending the luck.
No, I
Nah,
think
you
it just
can.
carries over.
It'll
I don't think
just
so.
carry over.
Okay.
Your
I don't
next
know.
thing.
I was just making.
Never mind. Unspend that luck again.
Boko's just being a memer.
All right.
I thought that might be.
All
how
right.
it was,
The
'cause-
tail is, as you try to like crawl toward it to stab it, presumably with your blessed knife to kill it for good. The tail is no longer visible again, and it catches you like in the. Let's see. You're getting up there in harm, my dude. I think it catches you right in the fucking neck.
Oh, that's no good.
Some pieces.
How much
and
does
you-
that hurt?
A great
Two,
deal,
probably.
as you are now all but incapacitated. You're 2 steps from dying.
Fuck, dude.
West is at the point where he's gonna need some serious fucking first. He's gonna need some like serious aids to not die.
Hey guys, I think I might take the infirmary for my level up.
One crisis at a time. Oh, like another Haven upgrade?
Yeah, because
be helpful.
otherwise I'm not going to be recovering for a while.
Okay, alright. One crisis at a time. Adva's paralyzed with fear.
Yeah, so
West is bleeding out.
Adva loses this action to quote unquote is how I wrote it in here, but you do get a +1 forward to try to make a save against it, basically. So roll plus cool for me again. So you lose this one.
Is it +1?
Yep.
She's basically trying to spend this turn breaking out of it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, you shake your head and come to your senses and see the scene unfold before you, but Connor gets to do a thing before you do.
All right, I'm going to sprint and grab West's knife and try to stab it.
Oh.
Ayo.
All right.
Because I know his knife is holy. We've been over this.
Yeah.
I also know because I don't like it when he has it. Because unholy whole thing.
Despite the discomfort, West basically like dropped the knife as soon as he got slashed across the neck and rolled over onto his back, just kind of like
I'm holding my neck right now, trying
gasping
to,
for
not
air,
not die. Yeah.
So I'm gonna call this act under pressure.
Okay.
Because this is certainly a high pressure situation.
Partial
7.
success.
So 7 to 9, Keeper's gonna give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. I think what happens here is the worst outcome is the knife, as you like reach for it to grab it, it fades out of existence as West's focus is sort of interrupted somewhat. Now,
by his neck, yeah.
You could still try to like pin this thing, or you could try to grab Adva's weapon now that she's out of frozenness. I don't know if you just want to try to like hold it down to make it easier to kill.
Oh, I've got a great idea.
Oh boy.
I yell at Adva. We're gonna Dragon Ball Z this motherfucker.
What?
I grab it from behind.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What do you want me to roll to see if I grapple this thing?
Are you serious? Oh my
and
god.
then face it towards Adva.
Act under pressure.
I
Some
do
plus
it.
you do it. Yeah, you've got this thing.
Let
you've
me
got
describe
thing
this.
held in place.
The knife disappears.
Nelson.
I pivot. I yell the thing at Adva in character that we're gonna Dragon Ball Z this motherfucker. I pivot back to it. I grab it up beneath its impy, shitty arms, and then spin back towards Adva. I've got this thing in a fucking full Nelson at this point.
Now,
And
I would
yell,
like to point
"Do
out
it."
that at the time it was about a foot tall, but you could tell it was starting to grow. So now it's about child sized now. It's about 3.5 feet tall. It was starting to grow to try to like power its way out from all of you, but you've overpowered it by grabbing it. So West is bleeding out. Adva, what would you like to do?
I'm since it's basically dead, I'm gonna drop my weapon, ready my fists, and I'm gonna Muda it.
Oh my god!
Punch it with your bare fists until dead. Excellent.
That's even better. I was really worried you were gonna ram both it and Connor.
No, I was going between two things. I'll do like an up slash my tribe, and wait. I was like, wait a second. No, this is better.
The
That was what Connor
17
was expecting would
honestly,
happen.
I don't even think kick some ass is applicable here. I think you just do it because Connor is holding it perfectly still, and you've got a clear shot. So I think you just do it. You start. You punch it real good. You punch it a lot of times. Probably a little bit in revenge for West and Pacific and Connor and you all being gravely injured by this thing. And
some more than others.
Your last hit punches it through the gut, and to the point where it actually hits Connor a little bit. You punch Connor in the stomach through its stomach, which doesn't do any harm to Connor, but it does knock the wind out of him, as this thing turns into like purple dust around your hands.
I pull back into like the kung fu pose and go.
You exhale.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, great. West.
Katrina unhulks and Pacific is kind of like.
Oh yeah, what was she doing?
She was still in a werewolf rage, going after some of the illusions that were distracting her. Katrina unhulks and makes her way over to you. Her clothing is looking a little worse for wear in the extremities, but for the most part she looks fine. You get the sense that maybe she wears some sort of stretchy fabric such that it doesn't destroy itself upon werewolfing. And this is maybe a thing that all werewolves do.
Can say.
Nigel also makes his way over and goes like, "Oh fuck, that's not good." And he starts busting out his phone to call emergency services.
Lots of Hertzies.
All right, I'm gonna be like
West
kneeling
doesn't say
over
much on account of holding his throat.
I assume he's just kind of gurgling.
Pacific.
I'm gonna like
he's
look
holding
at
the shit out of his throat.
Pacific
I'm gonna look at Adva.
Yeah, Pacific throws her helmet off and grabs your hand. Is like, West. Babbling incoherently.
I'm gonna look at Adva like, do you have like a thing for this? Do you do like a lot of shit? Do you do this? Because I don't think I can do this.
No, that was one of the things I was supposed to learn to do, but didn't.
Did you level?
Hey, Steven.
Hey, Adva, did you level up this session?
I did, but I can't take any more starting moves.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
That's a rip. Because
I've already taken 5.
She does have one called Lay on Hands, which is fair.
Taken 5?
Yeah, so
Angel
you
Wings,
start
with
what
3 and I had
Smite,
2 things.
Soothe, and Cast Out Evil.
Yeah.
Right.
The only ones I haven't taken are Boss from Beyond and Lay on Hands.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I keep forgetting you started with 3 like a crazy person. Okay. Also, hey Steven, not to double down on a bad sitch per se, but there's a lot of blood hanging out right now, right?
There super is. Well, why would you like to act under pressure? I think is the role you have to do for that. Yes.
What? Yeah, because
act under pressure.
I also used my unquenchable vitality, and I don't have any Jorts moons. My pockets were full of flour.
Oh.
Correct.
Okay, I'm fine.
All right. Connor.
Okay.
Connor manages to hold it together, but you need to get out of here. This is a bad place for you to be.
I peel myself off of West, and I run outside.
Are you going out the back door? I assume.
No, I'll run out the front.
All right. As you make your way into the lobby, you see Bernard leaned up against the ticket counter on the outside, surrounded with papers and babbling like a madman.
Oh yeah, fuck that noise. I run up to him.
Okay.
Beat the shit out of him.
I grab him by his collar with both hands and lift him off the ground. And I just start shaking the fuck out of him.
The whiplash causes him to go unconscious before you can really get a sense for what's going on.
I toss him over my shoulder and I walk out the front door.
Okay. Nigel has called 911 at this point. I don't know if the rest of you are trying to like do anything for Wes specifically.
Yeah,
Katrina's like
cannot
Katrina like tears off a sleeve and tries to like tie it around West's throat to stop the bleeding.
I guess I can use
She
Soothe to
fucks
just,
it
like,
up and chokes me to death.
I'm gonna like use Soothe to make him like calm down to get like the blood flow slower.
Yeah,
That's smart.
try to like knock
Soothe
out his
him.
adrenaline a little bit. All right, what are you saying?
Yeah,
Soothe is a talk ability. I'm gonna make you talk.
it is.
Hey, what's up, big guy? You doing all right?
I sit down. Is he standing up or laying down?
Oh, he's down. He's not standing.
I'm
right now.
down. I'm on
Okay,
my fucking back.
He's down.
dying.
I've rolled my hand across his forehead and closed his eyes. He's not dead.
I've taken a single feather. I've rubbed it across his forehead.
I was like,
He returns to the duat.
take my hand, I wrap it around his wrist and put my finger on his pulse. I start speaking slowly. Synchronize your pulse with mine.
That's
Slow your
nothing.
breathing down. Don't worry about it.
That's nothing.
Believe
But
in the power of the healing crystals.
as she does this,
Is
Wes,
this something she has to roll for, or can I like respond?
No, it just does. I mean, you can respond.
No,
if
she
you
just
want.
does it.
Okay.
It's
You're
what it
good.
specifically says.
the
You
way-
can
the way-
Speak very
you can
well.
calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or other negative emotions that they have. So panic, I think, is the
I'm
operative
blocking
one.
So-
panic.
This works
So the
even if
reason
the
it
thing
ends up
that freaked
working
them out
is-
is still present, as long as the voice can be heard.
Yeah. So the reason it works to calm him down is because he can look up and see that Pacific is still okay. So,
No, my hand
He's
is
like-
covering your eyes.
all right, well, fuck you then. I mean, she was speaking, so that's enough.
Yeah, Pacific is grabbing your one hand, and Adva is grabbing your other hand, and Katrina is tending to your neck wound to some degree.
Yeah,
And,
so Wes calms down as
so,
a result of
yeah,
knowing
Connor's
that
got-
his sister is
Ni-
A-okay.
You
to
hear
a degree.
Nigel on the phone with emergency services. He closes his flip phone that he has. I think he has a flip phone. I don't remember. I know Wes
Yeah, he
does.
does, because him and I were alike in that.
Right. Yeah, he's like, all right, they should be on their way any minute here. Is he gonna be okay?
I've calmed him down a little bit, but he's still bleeding out. I cough out the blood.
I've wrapped the wound the best I can, but I think everybody here is gonna need some sort of damage mitigation. I'm no healer, unfortunately. And Pacific is just kind of like quietly sobbing.
Connor, turn me into vamp. No. He can't do that anyway. He's also
Connor's literally not here. He left the room.
Yeah, I'm not there,
He's
but that
left the
thought did
building.
cross my mind. But I'm pretty sure we said that only full vampires
Yeah,
can do that.
I remember
Yes.
that now. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's fun.
Dragon
No, you're-
waltzed in.
You basically, in Connor's eyes, you basically just spilled delicious spaghetti all over yourself. And Connor's like, fucking nope.
no
So
spaghetti right
instead,
now.
I
cannot
went and
deal
knocked
with
down
this
old
inju-
French guy.
Spaghetti injustice.
And now
Wes was the finest china, topped with spaghetti and meatballs.
I'm standing outside waiting for the paramedics.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So
I'm
the
going to point them into the door.
Just a waiting
after
game
a
at this
couple
point,
minutes,
then.
the paramedics arrive and see. Are you just have Bernard like over your shoulder?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I don't want them to prioritize him. I toss him in a bush.
Oh!
You
Okay.
Get
just hide it
fucked,
behind
asshole.
behind the desk. But okay.
Excellent.
Also, I just want to point out when they walk in, they're gonna see this like room full. They got some chairs knocked over. There's blood and flour everywhere.
and bullet holes.
Yeah,
still.
There was a terrible acting accident.
There's a terrible stage accident. It's
Blood,
fine.
flour,
We'll-
and there's
we'll
I mean,
look-
there was a
catwalk
stage
on the
accident
stage.
recently, so it's
Well,
believable.
there's also like collapsed catwalk and stuff.
Yeah.
Just saying
collapsed
I got clipped by
catwalk. There's
that.
electrical wires hanging from the ceiling. There's that beam that's still there because nobody's moved it.
I
'cause
got
it's
clipped
fucking
by it in a
400
claw
pounds.
Marcus fashion.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it
This
out
place
later.
is getting condemned so hard.
One of the
Oh, yeah.
families probably owns the hospital anyways. We'll get it sorted.
Yeah. So the paramedics arrive.
I think the Gabriels own the
they-
hospital.
Probably.
Probably. The paramedics arrive and they stretch her west. Everybody else just kind of gets to ride along, I guess, if they want. Connor, what is the lie you're telling them? I'm curious. Is it just that there was a stage accident, and the theater should be condemned?
This theater should have been condemned way before. I'm going on about city code at this point, like how it should have been condemned when the first beam fell, and now we've got loose wires. This thing needs to be razed to the ground and rebuilt.
All right.
And they will hear.
Connor's actually doing remarkably okay compared to everyone else.
Yep, I got.
West would agree with Connor, except he's definitely unconscious by this point. Just
West is out. Yeah. So
Connor's remarkably not that injured because unquenchable vitality.
Yeah, you've got some scrapes and bruises, but you're mostly fine. Most of your blood is in your body, unlike West.
I'm at 3. I would have been like 6 or 5 if I wasn't for the armor.
Yeah,
the armor's very good.
That's why I'm glad you remembered it, because this encounter was going to hurt regardless. I put a lot of tricks into it.
Yeah, you did, asshole.
Well, listen, it's the last.
You were going easy on us up until this point.
I kind of was.
Yeah.
It was easy mode. Now it's not easy mode.
Well,
you went sicko mode all of a sudden.
This particular monster was smart. Maybe maybe next time
yeah,
you'll find one that's strong but dumb.
Maybe we thought the siren was smart and we felt good because of it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yeah, we can kick any ass. And then we couldn't.
Yep. Yeah, the siren was like clever, but it wasn't particularly smart. It kind of just hung out in one place and used its zombies to do a lot of shit. This one did everything itself and therefore needed more
I
power.
also have to point out, so far every monster has been killed by my hands physically.
Listen, this time it was super fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool the first time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so West.
I would like to point out that every monster gets set up by me for Adva to kill with her fists. Because I shot the fuck out of the Banshee the first time, or the Siren, and then this time I literally held it for you.
I think, but at least you have it. You've got some thumbnail material.
Oh, for sure. So the West, Adva if you want, and Pacific. Pacific is gonna ride with West regardless, but
wait, was like my damage like cuts or blunt force because of like shield?
Largely like you are bleeding too. Let me read specifically what it says here for like 1 harm or more. Intense pain or pass out is what it says happens here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and go to the hospital.
Yeah, so you... yeah, so as the adrenaline goes down, you start kind of like fading in and out of consciousness. The techs keep you, awake until you can get to the hospital and get like properly treated. West is out.
Yeah, Mulligan got it. Connor sets it and Adva dunks it. Exactly. I set up the ball and then Adva uses her mighty fists to pound it into the fucking court.
Fists of steel.
We have to keep up this strategy. I'll just keep holding things for you.
Yeah.
And I'll just be the punching bag.
You'll just die.
Yeah,
to be fair, my plan is to be the punching bag, which is why I yeet myself in. It just didn't work out this time.
Oh, not even remotely.
Yeah, so
man, I'd be dead if I hadn't taken that luck earlier.
Yeah. Good thing you did.
Well, to be fair, if you knew it was gonna kill you, you probably would have taken the luck on the second one anyways.
That's true.
Yeah, so the ambulance takes you all to the hospital. Adva and Pacific get patched up. West has to have like lengthy surgery to get fixed. Transfusions and everything. So that's sort of the thing that they're going to be busy with for the moment.
West is gonna be here for a minute.
And
you wouldn't miss Halloween.
And what do they give me, like a Band-Aid and an attaboy?
I mean, did you go to the hospital?
Well, I assumed I was gonna ride with my friends.
Here's a funny headcanon.
Then I guess they did.
Connor's in the hospital. Connor's in the hospital getting fixed up. The nurse walks in. Hey, good news. Your friend Adva offered to give you a blood transfusion. Oh no!
No, I don't. I think you're injured. I think you're just like injured enough that they'll like they'll patch you up, Connor. Basically. So yeah. I'll have
I was just gonna hang out in the lobby.
I'll have all of you for the
watching
moment.
Hospital TV.
Mm-hmm. All of you for the moment heal 1 harm. West, you're still out though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not waking up mid-surgery. Are you crazy?
Yeah. So yeah, the sort of order of operations here, Connor, the first one you see kind of walk out of the ICU area, or no, that's intensive care. What's the one I'm thinking of? Like the emergency room place.
Yeah, emergency.
The ER, basically.
The ER. Yeah, the first one you see walk out of the ER is Pacific. She's wearing a she's like, the stuff that she was wearing is like mostly completely gone. She's in like a t-shirt, but you can see some like bandages peeking through the like neckline area, like keeping her wrapped up where she had been stabbed through the chest. But she kind of like hobbles her way over to you and takes a seat at the hospital TV and goes, oh, Night at the Museum, huh? I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't seen Owen Wilson in anything in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Wow. He's the tiny cowboy though. That's funny.
Yeah, she's like, you can tell she's like really shaken up about everything.
What scene of Night at the Museum is on the TV?
It's specifically the scene where the giant Easter Island looking head is calling him Dum Dum. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Classic.
You Dum Dum, bring me Gum Gum. This makes Connor laugh, perhaps inappropriately.
Pacific laughs a little bit too, but yeah, that has Pacific is just kind of like squirming in her chair, looking over at the door to the ER, which does not lead to intensive care, which is where Wes definitely is, but you know,
for sure,
it's somewhere deeper in the building. And after Pacific comes out, a couple minutes later, Adva comes out too. She's got bandages on her arms. They have removed your sweatshirt to take care of your injuries, so you can see that she's bandaged up on the like arms and in the side area also where she had been stabbed too. Stabbed and slashed. So yeah, Adva, you walk into the waiting room in the ER, and Pacific and Connor are there.
I wave.
I sit down like next to them / behind them. I sit down with enough space to be comfortable.
Right.
Yeah. You like take one of those 2-person seats in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
I take it like there's a space.
Yeah, it's a slow day. There's room for everyone. Not everybody's out here fighting monsters. Yeah,
Watching Night at the Museum. Connor points unhelpfully towards the TV. It's got Ben Stiller in it.
Who?
Actor. This guy kind of got big ears. He's that guy. I point at him as he's probably running on the street. Yeah, a little bit. So are you doing better now?
I'd say I'm doing about 1/3 better.
Specific. Speaking of, how are you? I say turning to Pacific.
Specific.
Oh my god.
Pacific actually, but I'm I can stay. I've got your number, Connor. I can stay here and wait for him if you want to head on home. The nurses told me he's gonna be a while.
Okay, well, yeah. Do you need anything? I have Benson bring stuff when he comes to get me.
I think I just need to be alone for a bit.
Okay, can do. Adva, you need a ride?
That's well.
Don't disappear.
Oh, right.
There's a technician there's like a person at the desk.
We are in a waiting room.
You're
right?
in a hospital.
No, I was gonna ask where in relationship to the school is the hospital?
I think the hospital's,
but I don't think the hospital was on it.
I didn't put it on there, but I would say it's probably somewhere like in the downtown area, so it's like close to the river. It's pretty far away from the college.
Yeah, sure. I could take a ride.
Take a ride.
Catch a ride.
I
Oh,
I
that's what it
prefer
is.
not
A commercial
to
for
teleport when
Borderlands 2 comes on for some reason.
Well, he's in the first one too.
That would be even weirder.
He's also in the. Wait.
I don't think he is in the third one. I
Not
think he
just the
fucking.
remaster.
I'm pretty sure he fucking dies.
dead.
I
Yeah.
wish he died.
He dies.
No,
he
he
dies
is.
in the what was it? The pre-sequel or no? It was the
The
Telltale game. I
pre-sequel
think he
takes
dies
place
in.
before 2.
I think he dies in some offshoot thing.
He dies
I
in the
think.
Telltale game.
Oh, that's why I didn't play that. Fantastic. Maybe I should play that.
Anyway,
Um,
yeah,
Got a fun finger gun fight. Pew, pew, pew.
that scene is very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll pull out my phone and ring up Benson.
All right, so yeah, you bring Benson, or Benson comes to bring you home. Adva is. Do you just take her to the school first, or?
Yeah, I don't know where else I would go.
Yeah. Yeah, so you take Adva to the school. I don't know if you wanted to do anything in particular, Adva.
I would like to go to my room because I'm still not in great shape.
Yeah, you're gonna, you're probably gonna try to
Just
sleep
gonna
this one off to the
sleep for
best
like
of your
2
ability.
days.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cool.
Call me if you need anything. I say being the only functional member of the team at this,
Yeah.
like as in damage wise, because I am full health again.
Yeah, sure. I'll probably see you at either the hospital or Nigel's. Or
Okay,
school,
sounds
maybe.
good.
Who knows?
Well, don't force yourself if you're
Yeah, Nigel was making more like phone calls basically. Katrina went home.
I look at my
'Cause
I
she
look
didn't
at my
go in
stomach.
it.
I probably won't be swimming for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be an ease into it situation.
Yeah, Katrina went back home basically just because she didn't really know what to do. Nigel was making some more phone calls to you overheard something. He was calling Diane, the principal or the headmistress. Colleges don't have principals.
I'm pretty sure I have Katrina's number, right?
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
Diane tell Wes dad, and does he and Pacific find each other in the waiting room?
Maybe we'll wait and see.
Ah.
I couldn't possibly predicted that you'd both be hospitalized. So,
Listen,
I suppose I
that's
could have, but if I had, I would have written fucking a whole ass paragraph about it for no reason if it didn't happen.
That's true.
So I guess maybe we'll find out next time. But yeah, Connor.
Yep.
I was just gonna say I'll text Katrina that Pacific and Adva are out of the hospital basically, and West is doing okay. It's just gonna take time.
Yep. Yeah. So you shoot that message off to Katrina, and Benson brings you back on home. Another successful monster hunt from everybody. So I do have an afterword.
10 out of 10. Perfect.
I do have an afterword to read here for this this little chapter.
Yeah.
It's a couple of days ago. The woods around Maplebrook are calm and serene when that is quickly interrupted by a flash of light. 2, in fact. 2 people come tumbling to the ground out of a pair of magic triangles. Stephanie Lang is tackled to the ground, rolling with her assailant for a few feet before throwing him off. The man quickly scrambles to his feet, his white hood now pulled down. Stephanie crawls to her feet and faces him, poisoned dagger in hand. "It was you!" she practically snarls at him. The man smiles and pulls the hood back over his face, lowering himself into a combat stance and whipping out a switchblade. Stephanie mutters as the two circle each other in this clearing. "Lord Altorian thought there might be a leak somewhere. I should have known it would be you, Samuel Klein." Sam chuckles from beneath his hood. "Well, it seems I've been found out. What are you going to do about it?" Stephanie screams in anger and rushes forward with unnatural speed. Sam grins, and before Stephanie can even reach him, a glow starts at his feet and moves towards his head. He gives a coy wave and vanishes just as Stephanie's blade passes through the space he'd just been in. She hears a voice from the woods around her. "Tell the menagerie to leave Adva alone, or you're going to suffer the consequences." Stephanie throws a dagger in the direction of the voice, but Sam is already long gone. Stephanie screams in frustration before pulling out a cell phone. No reception. She curses under her breath and begins walking in the direction of what she hopes is town. Meanwhile, Sam has reappeared in a shoddy apartment building downtown. He lets out a sigh of relief before collapsing back on the bed. He managed to save Adva today, but had he been even moments later, she could have been taken. He'd done so much to help cover her tracks, but the menagerie finally knew for sure where she'd been. He'd have to be vigilant, but for now he would have to rest. It was going to be a long couple of months, but he had allies now. Back in the present, Connor, when you get home from the hunt, Benson mentions to you... Benson mentions to you that you've received some mail and hands you an extremely fancy-looking invitation, informing that you, your mother, father, and sister had similar invitations waiting for them. You open it, and it says the following. Fuck. Connor Caldwin, you and yours are cordially invited to the wedding of your cousin, Henry von Helsing, and their soon-to-be husband, Vladimir Lupin. The wedding will be taking place November 12th at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please RSVP by the end of the month so that we can make the proper arrangements. Yours, Hank and Vlad. And that's all I got. Yeah.
What does Connor do in reaction to that?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know. What does Connor do? Does he have anything he wants to do?
Oh. Okay, sure. So this happens as I get home from the imp fight?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so I get home from the imp fight. Benson hands me the letter. I look at it, and I go, well, I guess I don't have anything better to do than read this.
Yeah, so you you read it over. You've been you're invited to a wedding that's next month.
I'll read through it, and I'll go, oh, hell yeah. I'm going to request Love Shack.
End of episode.
That was the most Connor answer ever.
End of episode. Hold on. I need to just put Love Shack in my notes real quick. Love
Shack, baby.
So that when I write the introduction paragraph for next episode, I can mention it. But yeah,
I'm so injured, y'all.
That's all I got. West is probably gonna go over some of his hospital stay stuff with the
hospital stay
with the downtime.
Yeah.
We'll see where everybody else goes. But yeah, that's all I got.
Want to know how I got these scars? It's because I whiffed.
It's because I did extremely bad.
You ever rolled a 4? You ever rolled a 1?
You ever roll 2 4s in a session and have to make one of them a good roll?
You ever roll a 1 in a 2d6?
It's really impossible.
It should be impossible, but then I rolled a tough, which I'm -1 on, and I had -1 forward, so...
Yeah, those tough rolls are not kind to you, are they?
No, I really should do something about that next level up.
Well, you've got time now to think about it.
Actually...
Is there anything that helps you with that? Can you still take other moves?
I can take a stat boost. I can take a stat boost.
Oh,
yeah.
We've
got some time. We've got some time and everybody...
Right?
Yeah, we've got some time and everybody leveled up, so why don't we decide what people are doing?
Sure. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, obviously.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm dying.
I mean,
I can't
obviously...
add plus tough. God damn it.
Yeah, you don't have any options.
That's the only one I can't add.
I think you're just supposed to be bad at that one. I'll be real with you, dude. I think that's like the weakness of the expert.
Also, Soups, I see you scrolling down on stream. You'll see that it has both add a Haven options checked. It's because when I check one, it checks the other, and I can't do anything about that.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't it?
Well, were you going to take another one?
Infirmary, it sounded like.
That's what I was thinking.
That could be good, so we don't have to like go to the hospital every time. Maybe if it's
yeah,
like
what
something
if,
even
what
more
if Nigel
damning.
was like, "Hey, I found somebody who's cool and they know doctor shit."
Possibly.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'll take the infirmary.
Sure. Yeah.
That
so
works.
what the infirmary does, it says you can heal people and have the space for 1 or 2 to recuperate. Keeper will tell you how long any patient's recovery will take and if you need any extra supplies or help. So that's a fun thing. I've got Connor next on my 3 windows that I have pulled up at all times. So what did you want to do? And make sure to reset your XP.
Obviously, I'm going to take a haven like the expert with 2 options. We have a second infirmary. No, I'm kidding. That would be wild. Like it just turns. I just find a room in my house. That's my haven. Now it's full of shit. No.
Nice.
I'm
That's
probably. I was thinking I'm gonna take another move, another custom move.
Yeah,
And
because that would
then-
give you one of your like starting moves again.
Correct. And then so I have some decisions here. I think we said that I'm not immortal, so that doesn't really make sense.
Right.
I could roll. I could do
Unless you-
unnatural appeal to roll plus weird instead
c-
of plus charm when I manipulate people.
Yeah, you could do if you wanted to do immortal, like if you wanted to have a scene with Dracula about becoming a full vampire, just because it would help with your shit. Like you could do that if you wanted to, and then that would be the way to justify it. But if you don't want to do that, I'm not going to make you. It's just an option you have. Because basically the process for becoming a full vampire, as you've been told it, is you ask Dracula and he says yeah or nah.
Nice.
That could be fun.
So that could be a scene to do.
Yeah, and then if I'm dying next time, you could always make me a vampire. No, I'm just kidding.
Interesting.
Yeah, this just if that's what you want to do, that's how I would justify it. Is you would just have that scene with Dracula at some point soon, like
Or I
between
could just take
sessions.
flight.
Or you
I could just fly.
You could do that.
Be interesting. The other issue is that I need to check the other playbooks quick because one of the monstresses moves just is something borrowed, which lets them take a move from a hunter playbook that isn't in play.
All right, yeah. If you want to take a look at those, I can skip over to Adva. We can see what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, please, thank you.
Can Connor turn into a bat?
Hey, Ezzy.
That is an
Yes,
available option. He can use
Right,
shapeshifter, then you can change
shapeshift.
your form usually into an animal. Decide if you just have one ultimate form or several and detail them. You get +1 forward to investigate a mystery when using ultimate form's superior senses.
Ah.
So I've noticed something. They've updated my character sheet again. When I spend luck, you get a word. Your mystery requires something.
We
difficult
talked
to be
about
done.
this last time. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make
Originally.
sense for all of us, so we're not doing that.
I know. I'm just
something
saying.
they
I'm
added
not
with the
planning on doing that.
Yeah, it's something they added with the Tome of Mysteries, and I don't. That rule doesn't make sense for the way that Leaf like set things up, so I just ignore it.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. I don't. My mission is don't.
Your
Yeah,
mission
we
is
talked
don't
about
get
it last
caught.
time, and it made no sense.
Your mission is don't
Yeah.
get caught, and so far you've done a poor job.
My curse may grow stronger. Oh no. What if I suddenly got also pure drive and vulnerability and dark master?
Crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what did you want
So,
to? What are you thinking
I'm
about?
probably going to take. I'm probably going to gain the lesser divine being.
Okay. And as long as we're determining that now, I can write something so that it'll make sense next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my plan.
What are the books again for this? Oh, never mind. I
They're
found them.
pinned in the chat, I think.
Yeah. So Adva gains a lesser divine being sent from above to help you with your mission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not dissimilar to what I've written. What's his ass is Sam. Sam is kind of that. So like you've got like a servant now, sort of. But if
I was thinking more, I get a triangle familiar.
some kind of familiar, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I can,
I was thinking
we can
more of
workshop it.
Yeah, we can workshop it. We've got 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks.
Right. All right. Well, back to Connor. Anything looking interesting to you?
I forgot there was like new books added. So I was staring at those too.
Taking a move from another playbook. Okay, yeah. I was wondering, like, wait a minute. You've already got a bunch of custom moves here. That's because you took both of the take a cut move from another playbook things already.
Correct. This might sting. You can use magic to heal 3 harm, but the process is exceptionally painful. On 7 to 9, it also leaves a gnarly scar.
Fuck.
Holy shit. The hex is whack.
Yeah, the hex is fucking wild.
That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of new ones.
That's one of the ones I was thinking of switching west to if I level up again.
If you
We'll
make
see.
it that far
We'll see
without
if I
dying.
end up wanting to switch by that point. Yeah.
if you
If I
make
don't
it that far
die.
without fucking dying. Does everybody have changed this hunter to a new type, or is it just the expert?
Oh.
I
I
don't
can do
think I can. Yeah, I have changed this hunter to a new type too.
Somehow.
How would that work with your
Somehow.
monster powers?
Connor bleeds
Alright.
out
You get
half
to
of
you get
his
to keep
blood.
some of them.
Oh, I'm only reading the new ones.
Because I know you get to keep the ones that make sense according to the playbook.
Yeah.
If it makes sense to your character, you get to keep it.
Correct.
If
That's what I
understood that right.
Yeah, that's we read over
So
that
Connor's
because
ship
I know
probably just-
because I know that
yeah.
West is considering switching to either the Hex or like the Spellslinger or something.
Right. Something that can do magic without dying. Although, to be fair, I didn't really die from doing magic. I died from getting in there.
You died from doing the thing you weren't supposed to do.
Yeah.
You weak human baby.
Well, listen. You see somebody attack your sister, you start stabbing.
No, I don't think it was a bad character choice. You just you rolled bad and suffered the consequences.
Yarp. And then I rolled bad again because I was on -1 from that shit, and then it got me good.
Yeah, if you had
Got me
gotten
the
it, had you gotten attacked again, I think you would have just straight up died.
Yeah. Or gone into dying. What happens when you hit dying? Do you just die?
I think you just if you suffer 8 or more harm, you just die.
Ah. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good, huh?
Yeah, well, okay, I guess technically what it says is 8 harm or more, dying or dead. However, I don't think anybody directly on hand had something that would have, like, saved you.
No, yeah. Didn't seem that way based on
Nope.
Based
not
on
being saved in that moment.
based on Connor yeeting out of the building so he didn't drink your fucking blood, and Adva not having healing powers.
But hey, it
Correct.
was fun. It was a very tense session.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the thing. Yeah, I was gonna say that having a whole story bit with the immortal thing sounds kind of cool.
Do you want to do that?
Wait a second. Did I have lay on hands? Did I choose the wrong one, or did they break them in half?
No, you never had lay on hands, as far as I know.
Okay.
No, I don't think you ever picked the heal
Okay.
one.
Because soothe and laying on hands are worded really similar. So when all my stuff got erased, I
After
wasn't
seeing
sure if
how
I
fucked
checked
West
the
got,
wrong
the
one.
whole party decides, I should look into learning how to heal people.
Well, I can't do anything about
yeah,
that.
she can't
Well,
take
yeah.
it. She can't take any more basic moves because she already has
Oh,
5 of them.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
lay
just joshing.
soothe basically
Hey,
just
wait.
soothe lets you heal
Just calm
somebody
down.
emotionally, or lay on hands
Yeah.
lets
Yeah.
you heal somebody's body.
Because yeah, like I'm tempted to take like the invincible one that like just lets you have 2 armor,
The thing from
but I don't know
the
how narratively
Chosen
that
playbook.
the chosen. But I don't know how narratively that works. That's something with like vampire reactions, which seems a little eh.
Also, I think I might have chosen not to take it because, like, well, I can't heal. I cannot heal Connor.
But you sure could have healed
Yeah,
West.
that's true.
Oh well.
Oh well.
R.I.P. it
And
is.
also, if I miss, I cause damage.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how my
And if-
unquenchable vitality works too.
And if I get half, I heal them, but I take their damage.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's
Yikes.
that's
It's not
kind
very
of
good.
That
hilarious.
would have been terrible for
That-
West.
That's kind of hilarious.
No, so it says you heal 1 harm, but you take that harm on yourself.
Oh. So not the entire
No.
harm built up. That
If
would
I
be
get a
crazy.
10, I heal 2 harm. It is scaled. Remember that. It's not like you heal 5 harm or something like that. That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah. It's like an all or nothing thing. You either
that-
heal it or you take it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of the powered by the apocalypse system is consequences. Or at least that's the beauty of the monster of the week system. At least is that it's very dangerous to be a person who hunts monsters, as
Sure
you have
is.
now learned.
The hard way, yes.
Y'all kind of took that siren to Clown Town, but this thing beat your ass a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Granted, like that's the thing, right?
Nope, for next time, use Benson as bait, or not Benson, Bernard.
Well, he's in a bush somewhere, so don't worry about it, I guess.
Oh shit! I
forgot we left
out
him
of the
in the bush. We left him in the bush.
Left him unconscious in a bush.
Connor did forget that he had tossed him into a bush. So, whoopsie doopsie.
I imagine. Let's edit that last scene slightly. It's like, I'm gonna play Love Shack. Ah, fuck, Bernard. Credits.
Fucking Seinfeld.
So basically, the ones that I want mechanically is either the gumshoe has one that like lets you heal an extra point anytime you heal, which would be cool with my unquenchable vitality, or something. I want something tankier so I can try to tank harder.
Right. Try to.
But
him.
I think the one that makes the most sense narratively would be to just become immortal. Casually.
Yeah, you can just even before the wedding, you can become a full vampire, and then your eyes change color.
Even
and
at
I
the
have
wedding.
to update the art.
Everybody will be there. Make it about you.
Well, that'll be a fun talking point at least. People, because people be like, "Oh, Connor, what have you been up to?" I'll be like, "Full vampire now."
Oh, congratulations! Yeah. Now that does mean
that.
if you are a full vampire, that means that the things that kind of like annoyed you before can kill you now. Just so you know.
Don't touch me.
Oh, What do you think? Is that gonna be annoying or?
I mean, like it's not like if you touch Adva's spear you take harm. It's just it still sucks to hold. Whereas it's
gonna probably be worse if you touch anything that was mine.
Just don't fucking get stabbed and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Like don't get poked by my spear.
The presence of holy energy does not harm vampires.
I will not try to harm you,
setting. It is if they are doing something harmful with that holy energy, it definitely hurts.
I will not try to kill you, but
I mean that feels like it causes more narrative fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily because there's definitely stronger moves I could take.
It's also really cool if you were immortal.
Yeah,
you don't age or sicken, and you always basically you count as suffering like. You count as having one armor, essentially. All the time.
Armor, yeah.
Holy shit, you're gonna freeze yourself as a 20-ish-year-old?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you look like such a Chad now. I'm just kidding.
and the eternal Chad.
Like, right, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, right, well, like, so, like, functionally, this thing is, like, one armor for the most part. But, so, like, I could take, like, the Chosen's 2 armor, but it's not narratively very exciting. I think the narrative thing that makes sense. Now. Yeah. Right, or like the thing that like makes me heal better, it's not like interesting. This one's interesting because, I get to have a scene with Dracula, and now I'm a full vampire, so that could have new wrinkles in it.
New fun abilities and also disabilities to some degree.
Yeah, because then maybe I can have, if I do a bullshit plus like random blood magic thing again, I can reason that now I'm a full vampire. Maybe I can do something else stupid.
Who can say?
So yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yep, you've taken that. Boy, that does tick. No, that one doesn't tick both boxes. Weird. Have you taken another one already from... Yeah, I think you ended up taking Holy Strength to roll weird instead of tough for kick some ass.
I started with Unholy Strength, and I picked Preternatural Speed.
That's the one. That's the other one. I was like, you took you took another move. I just couldn't remember what it was. Yeah.
Yep. So I have both of my custom moves, and both of my moves from another playbook.
Now you can start. And then soon you can start taking them advanced moves.
Yeah. So it's one more. I need one more thing here, and then you take an advanced move.
What? I still need 2.
You only leveled up 3 times?
Yeah.
I thought we were all 4 buddies. Oh, I guess it's
Josh,
just me and
level
West.
1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So you should only have 3.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
We've leveled up 4 times.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
I have.
West and Connor have failed more than you have.
That's true.
We've leveled up 4 times.
Adva almost never fails rolls.
I only just got my 3rd one.
Well,
Yeah, we
stop
just got
being
our
so
point.
good at the game. Maybe
Stop-
you'll level
stop-
up faster.
Stop rolling
Oh.
so good.
Just roll badder.
No, I'm
Oh,
special.
hey,
Roll
we
more
do have end of
bad.
session experience to mark, so that may.
Yeah.
That
Oh
may
yeah,
help.
yeah. Let's hit it.
Did they conclude the current mystery? Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Did they save someone from certain death or worse? Not.
Yep.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know about that one.
We saved Katrina from
We-
getting crushed.
we saved West from bleeding out by
We
calling
saved
the
the
ambulance.
remaining theater staff from
were-
coming back to a cursed theater.
They were already gone.
And probably the just the people involved in it, and possibly the audience if they had.
We saved
gone
the
up.
public from Bernard.
We can come back to this one if it matters. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Not really.
Well, we
No, not
learned
really.
about my backstory, or is that?
That was.
Well, we
Well,
didn't see
learn about
that.
Yeah, I don't think you learned anything new and important about the world in like this session. Did we learn something
No.
new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, West is very fragile. Does that count?
Well,
That's not new. I'm a human.
you already knew that.
So am I.
Again, I don't think
you're
any
a
of
weird
that
kind of
happened. You saved the
but-
whole
but you're
town by
one-
not
you-
murdering them. Exactly, Malka. So I think like on 1 to 2, so I don't think those last two apply. So 1 to 2 yeses is one experience anyway. So it doesn't matter whether or not you saved someone from certain death.
Okay, I see. Let's just say we did because we saved Katrina.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You only mark one experience either way.
Yeah, but let's just say we did for bragging rights.
Okay, to who?
Me.
Us.
To me?
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah, exactly.
We did 2 things.
All right. Well, sure, cool, whatever. Everybody mark your one experience. Fucking. All right.
Yeah, for 2 things.
Anyway, that's the stream. Next week we're gonna have a whole other arc that I'm pretty excited.
Or
for.
not 2 weeks.
2 weeks. In 2 weeks we're gonna have a whole nother
Because
arc
next
that
week
I'm,
is Halo.
Yep, that I'm pretty excited about. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for more Maplebrook. Bye.
Bye.
Dragon
Bye.
Quest is